Hey folks, Americana Press here. Hey, I just want to bring something up real quick. I don't believe, this is my personal belief, it's a self-evident truth here. Our government's giving our money to illegal or undocumented or trespassing people or guests who are taking advantage of us here in the United States, however you want to, whatever umbrella you want to put it under that makes you feel good or mad or whatever, right? These people are here because the government that taxes you brought them here. They used your tax money to bring them here, and then they took your tax money and gave it to them, and they're committing fraud with it. And there's no way our government, state or federal, had no clue. Actually, we're finding out they did know this was happening, and they still allowed it to happen. Every American citizen should be so stinking outraged right now. And not outraged like, oh, I'm going to throw a fit and jump up and down and nothing's going to happen. Outraged to the point that we are wanting to do something about it. Get them out of our country. Give us our money back. And it's starting to get to the point, lose the taxes. We found another way. It's called import tariffs, right? Tariffs. You don't need to tax us. We don't need any more sandbags posing as Americans while for chanting death to America. And if you're here in this country and you're part of this, man, you're a traitor, man. You're just calling it as I see it. If you're enabling this, if you're part of this, you are a traitor to the American way of life. Not conservative, not Republican, not Democrat, but an American way of life. You come here, you work hard, you earn your money through the work you've done, you save it, you buy a home. That's the American dream. And due to this fraud goes way beyond Minnesota, man. This is way bigger. And it all boils down to taxes. If they didn't have our tax money, they couldn't steal from us. They couldn't do this to us. The national debt. They couldn't steal from us. They couldn't have put us in a national debt. This is about taxes. The Minnesota fraud and the Utah fraud, the sanctuary state stuff, it all boils down to taxes. It all boils down to voting and gaining power. It's a power struggle for the heart of America. They use our tax money to screw us over on a daily basis. Tax revolt? I'm starting to hear more and more calls for one. I keep seeing people say, I'm not paying taxes. What do you think's going to happen if you don't pay taxes? Well, they're going to use force of law. They're going to send guys with guns to kick you out of your homes, take your property. You're going to end up like that guy in Provo, Utah, where they shot him dead when Joe Biden was there, shot him dead and threw him out in the street for everybody to look at for a while. We've only got 3 more years of Trump, folks. When he's gone, what are we going to get? A Tim Walz? We're going to get fleeced worse than now. The taxes are the problem. We found another way. It's called import tariffs. We don't need to be taxed. We don't need to be slave driven into our graves anymore. We don't need to be second-class citizens in the country we work so hard in, while they import people who hate us. They clearly hate us. They say they hate us. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wonder. They tell you they hate you. They tell you they're taking your country over. While they tax you and give it to the people who hate you and who are taking over your country. We got a bunch of Benedict Arnolds running in the White House, in our state departments, in our state houses, governors, sellouts. Americans need to not be taxed anymore. The government is way out of line. Can you levy a tax? You got to pay bills. But not to pay bills and create more bills and raise the taxes and create more bills. And we can't raise the taxes, so what we'll do is just add it onto the debt for people that aren't born yet. Oh, and by the way, what we're going to do is make it so nobody has kids anymore, so we just kind of eventually die out. You know what? Let's import new people in here that are on board with this. And we'll sweeten the pot for them just a bit. This is not getting out of it. This is out of hand. This is ridiculous. Americans should be very angry right now. Because if you're not, you either don't care, you have no clue, or you're in on the fraud. They're selling your children into slavery. One fraudulent move at a time. Raise the taxes, increase the taxes, give away, lose, sell, fraud the money away, squirrel it somewhere else, and then go, we need more money. You know what that money equals? Is hours of your life you never get back. Thrown away and given away to people that don't even live here, that hate you. Donald Trump, please do something. Pam Bondi, do your dang job. Kash Patel, quit sucking at your job. Yeah, you caught one bad guy out of how many? Step up the game, folks, because Americans are getting mad.